ask about the impact that President Biden's experience in foreign policy has on his handling of the current situation with Russia and Ukraine. Obviously, he served on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. He was vice president when Russia invaded Crimea. He oversaw the end of the war in Afghanistan last year. Can you just talk about how those various experiences have informed his decision-making and his thinking on the situation currently with Russia and Ukraine?
Absolutely. So one of the lessons learned I talked about a little bit earlier in response to Josh's question, which is the ability and the boundless capacity of Russia to misrepresent the truth and spread misinformation through a range of channels. I mean, they have a range of state-run media channels that are not just prevalent in Russia, but around Eastern Europe, across Europe. You can even find them in the United States. But even beyond that, this is a capacity that we've seen them utilize in 2014 and 2016 and many times in between. So one of the lessons that we have learned is certainly, and the president has learned, is certainly that it's important to call out this disinformation and to make clear to the American public, to the global community, what they're trying to do here and the fact that it is not accurate. They're trying to set the predicate for war. We've done that through a number of means. Last week, the administration announced sanctions on 4, of course, Ukrainian individuals. We also had a briefing, launched a website, released a fact sheet to educate the public on the Russia disinformation ecosystem. The FBI and DHS are coordinated with the intelligence community as well as state and local partners to ensure a common understanding of Russia disinformation and influence activities related to the situation in Ukraine. So that's one part. I'd also say that for the president, and this has been a priority for him since he came into office, building up our alliances and partnerships with the global community, ensuring that close coordination is front and center and is a priority, is something that he has learned through his time in foreign policy as the former chair of the Foreign Relations Committee, of course, as vice president, is imperative. And we believe that's proving to be very effective at this point in time. We've had more than 100, probably way more than that at this point, engagements with NATO partners, allies around the world, and we have a coordinated and strong approach to how we're approaching the buildup of troops on the border of Ukraine. So there are many lessons, but I would say those are 2 of the biggest ones.
Right, and can I also ask